Ever imagined searching for images using just words, even if those objects weren't part of the original training data? That's zero-shot object detection. And we're going to take a deep dive into it today. You sent over some really fascinating articles and research on this, so let's unpack it all.
It's a field that's really exploding right now, pushing the boundaries of computer vision and AI.
All right, so to start off, can you give us a breakdown of what zero-shot object detection actually is? I feel like I have a general idea, but it's still a bit fuzzy.
Absolutely. At its heart, it allows AI models to identify and pinpoint objects in images, even if they've never been specifically trained on those objects. Imagine a model that's learned to recognize cats and dogs. Now, suddenly, it can accurately identify a zebra even though it's never encountered one before.
That's wild. It's like showing someone a picture of a platypus after they've only ever seen cats and dogs, and then being able to say, okay, that's definitely not a cat or a dog. It's something totally new.
That's a great analogy. And the way it works is through this incredible blend of semantic embeddings and language understanding. These models are trained on massive data sets that link images to their textual descriptions. This allows them to learn these. General visual semantic relationships, connecting words to the visual features they represent.
So it's almost like creating a visual encyclopedia in the AI's mind.
Right.
It's not just memorizing pictures, but actually understanding the concepts behind them.
Precisely. So when you show it something new, like that zebra, it can leverage its understanding of language to figure out its visual characteristics, even without ever seeing one before.
That's some serious next-level learning. You mentioned that these models need a lot of data during training. How does the amount of data required for zero-shot object detection compare to the traditional methods?
That's one of the biggest advantages of this approach. Traditional object detection requires a huge amount of labeled data for every single object you want it to recognize. Think thousands, even millions of images, each tagged with what it shows. That's incredibly time-consuming and expensive. Zero-shot learning significantly cuts down on this need.
Okay, so less training data needed. Plus, it's incredibly adaptable. That's already two massive wins. You mentioned this technology is really starting to take off. Where are we seeing zero-shot object detection being applied today?
The applications are popping up everywhere, and the potential is honestly mind-boggling. One area where it's making waves is in retail. Imagine a store that can automatically track their inventory as new products arrive, without any need for manual labeling.
That would save businesses so much time and money. What other fields are being impacted?
Autonomous driving is another huge one. Think of a self-driving car that can navigate unexpected obstacles on the road, even if it's never specifically encountered them before. This is a huge leap towards safer, more reliable autonomous vehicles.
That makes a ton of sense. Being able to handle unexpected situations is critical for self-driving cars. Now, let's talk about healthcare. I saw one of the articles you sent mentioned potential applications there too.
Absolutely. Imagine a system that can flag rare diseases in medical images, even if those conditions are incredibly uncommon, and there isn't a massive data set to train on. This could revolutionize early diagnosis and treatment.
It sounds like zero-shot object detection is making its mark on a ton of different fields, from retail to self-driving cars to healthcare. Are there any other areas where it's showing particular promise?
Security is definitely another big one. Imagine surveillance systems that can automatically identify suspicious objects or activities without needing to be trained on specific examples beforehand. This could dramatically enhance security protocols and response times.
That's incredible. Okay, so we've got retail, autonomous driving, healthcare, security. The potential here seems almost limitless. What are some of the leading models that are driving this field forward?
There are several really exciting models out there. One that's been getting a lot of attention is CLIP, which is amazing at zero-shot image classification and can be adapted for object detection tasks.
Ah, yes. CLIP. I remember reading about that one. It seems like it's really been making waves in the AI world.
It has. And then there's Grounding Dino, which was designed specifically for zero-shot object detection and is producing some truly impressive results.
So it seems like different models bring different strengths to the table.
Yeah.
But they're all working towards that same goal, object detection without explicit training.
Exactly. They're all pushing the boundaries of what's possible in computer vision.
This is all really fascinating stuff, but I know that with any new technology, there are always challenges to overcome. What are some of the hurdles that zero-shot object detection is facing right now?
You're absolutely right. One of the biggest challenges is accuracy. While it's constantly improving, it can still be less accurate than traditional methods, especially when dealing with really complex or ambiguous objects.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I imagine the computational cost of running these models must be pretty high too.
That's another hurdle. Some of these models require a lot of processing power, which can limit their real-world applications, especially in environments with limited computational resources.
So accuracy and cost are the two main challenges being tackled. It sounds like there's still a lot of research and development needed to bring zero-shot object detection to its full potential.
Absolutely. This field is still evolving at a rapid pace, and researchers are working hard to improve both accuracy and efficiency. It's incredibly exciting to be part of such a dynamic and innovative field.
Well, let's dive deeper into some of these advancements and really explore what the future holds for zero-shot object detection.
I'm ready when you are. Let's continue this deep dive.
So we've talked about what zero-shot object detection is and how it works. But what really excites me is the why behind it all. Why is this such a game changer? What are the real-world implications that go beyond just the technical stuff?
You've hit the nail on the head. The real revolution here is that we're moving beyond simple pattern recognition. These models are starting to understand the visual world in a way that's much closer to human cognition.
That's a huge shift. It's
Yeah.
almost like we're giving AI the ability to not just see, but to actually comprehend what it's seeing.
Exactly. They're making inferences, drawing connections, applying knowledge to new situations. It's a level of visual reasoning we haven't seen before in AI.
And that opens up so many possibilities. Thinking back to those retail applications we discussed, imagine a world where stores could instantly analyze customer preferences just by what they're looking at, maybe even predict what they're likely to buy next.
That's the kind of personalized experience this technology could enable. Or consider healthcare. Doctors could diagnose rare diseases faster and more accurately just by analyzing medical images. Early detection is crucial for so many conditions.
It seems like zero-shot object detection could be a real game changer for improving patient outcomes. And what about security? I can see this having a huge impact there as well.
Absolutely. Imagine security systems that can automatically flag suspicious activity based on real-time video analysis. It could significantly enhance our ability to prevent crime and keep people safe.
It's mind-blowing when you think about it. We're on the cusp of a major shift in how we interact with and understand the visual world around us.
And it's all thanks to this incredible fusion of language and vision. It's like we're teaching AI to see the world through the lens of human language.
Earlier, we talked about CLIP and grounding Dino. Are there any other notable models in this field that are worth mentioning?
Oh, definitely. There's a whole ecosystem of models emerging, each with its unique strengths. One that's gaining a lot of traction is OWLVIT.
OWLVIT. I haven't heard of that one. What makes it stand out?
It cleverly combines vision transformers with open vocabulary learning. This allows it to detect a massive range of objects using textual descriptions, making it incredibly versatile.
So it's all about flexibility and broad applicability. Are there any others that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible?
There's DDEET, which is really pushing the limits of scalability. It's capable of detecting over 21,000 object classes without any additional training.
21,000. That's incredible. So we've got Talipi, Grounding Dino, OWLVIT, DDDIC. It's like an all-star team of object detection models.
And they're all constantly evolving and improving. The pace of innovation in this field is phenomenal.
So where does this all lead? What does the future hold for zero-shot object detection?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? One thing's for sure, the rate of progress is astounding. We're seeing groundbreaking advancements almost every month.
So what can we expect to see in the coming years? What kind of developments are on the horizon?
I think we'll see continued improvements in both accuracy and efficiency. Researchers are developing more sophisticated models and training techniques to address those key challenges we discussed earlier.
So those hurdles of accuracy and computational cost are being tackled head-on.
Absolutely, and I think we'll see even greater scalability. Models will be able to handle an even wider range of objects and scenarios. Zero-shot object detection will become more powerful and versatile than ever before.
It sounds like we're going to see this technology becoming more and more integrated into our everyday lives.
Exactly. As the technology matures and becomes more accessible, we'll see a surge in real-world applications. It's going to transform industries across the board, from retail and healthcare to security and beyond.
It's an incredibly exciting time to be witnessing this technological revolution unfold.
It truly is. And who knows what other amazing breakthroughs are just around the corner. The future of zero-shot object detection is bright and full of possibilities.
This is all incredibly fascinating, but I want to bring it back to our listener. Why should they care about all of this? How might this technology impact their life? even if they're not directly working in AI or tech?
That's a great question. The truth is, this technology is already starting to impact our lives in subtle ways that we might not even realize.
Can you give us some examples of how it's already creeping into our everyday experiences?
Think about those personalized recommendations you see on shopping websites or streaming services. Those are often powered by AI models that are using object detection to understand your preferences.
So it's already shaping our online experiences, even if we're not aware of it.
Exactly. And as this technology advances, we can expect to see even more personalized experiences in all aspects of our digital lives.
And it's not just online.
Right.
This technology has the potential to change our physical world as well.
Absolutely. Think about self-driving cars that can navigate complex environments with greater safety and efficiency. Or imagine smart homes that can anticipate our needs based on our actions and behaviors.
It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
But it's becoming increasingly real. As zero-shot object detection continues to evolve, it will undoubtedly have a profound impact on how we live, work, and interact with the world around us.
This isn't just some abstract, far-off concept. It has the potential to touch every aspect of our lives.
Precisely. That's why it's so important for everyone to be aware of this technology and its potential impact. It's a powerful tool that will continue to shape our world in the years to come.
It's definitely a lot to think about.
You're correct.
Right. We've covered a lot of ground here. We've explored the what, the how, the why, and even the what's next of zero-shot object detection.
It's been a great discussion so far. We've really delved into the core of this fascinating field.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
Right.
we do need to acknowledge that, like any powerful technology, there's a flip side to all this innovation. There are ethical considerations that we can't just brush aside.
Absolutely. One of the biggest concerns is bias. These models are trained on massive data sets, and if those data sets aren't carefully curated, they can perpetuate existing societal biases.
So it's like, if the training data is skewed, the AI's understanding of the world will be skewed too.
Precisely. And that can have real-world consequences. Imagine a security system that's more likely to flag certain individuals based on their race or appearance.
That's a really scary thought.
It is, and it underscores the need for responsible AI development. We need to be mindful of the data we're using to train these models, and we need to ensure that they're being used ethically and fairly.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's about how we choose to develop and deploy it.
Exactly. We have a responsibility to ensure that this technology is used for good, and that it doesn't exacerbate existing inequalities.
Well said. So to our listener out there, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to keep exploring. We've only scratched the surface of this fascinating field.
Absolutely. The sources you provided are an excellent starting point for further learning, and I definitely recommend keeping an eye on this rapidly evolving field. Things are changing at lightning speed.
It's incredible to witness a technological revolution unfolding right before our eyes.
It really is. And who knows what incredible breakthroughs are waiting for us just around the corner. It's an exciting time to be following the world of AI.
It definitely is. Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of zero-shot object detection. Thanks for joining me today and sharing your expertise.
It was my pleasure. I always enjoy this conversation.
And to our listener out there, we hope you enjoyed this deep dive as much as we did. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the ever-evolving world of AI. Until next time.